Hey there, and welcome to Friends Along the Way, a podcast where travel meets the stories and people who stay with us long after the trip ends. I'm Bethany, and in each episode, I'm going to sit down with a friend to share adventures, lessons, and those unexpected moments that turn strangers into friends. So grab your coffee or your boarding pass, and let's go on this adventure together. On today's episode, I'm hanging out with my girl Briteny, the very first friend I made on my very first international trip with EF Ultimate Break. We're chatting all things group travel, how to keep your skin glowing while hopping from city to city, and what adventures she's got coming up next. I hope you enjoy it. Hey Brittany, how's it going?
Oh, it's pretty good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited.
Me too. A little backstory for everybody, and I kind of go over this with all of my guests, is how I know them. So, Brittany and I actually met on my very first time out of the country, which was last year on our EF trip to London, Paris, and Amsterdam. And you were my roommate the entire time.
Yeah. We in every country that we went to, we ended up being in the same hostel room.
Yeah. Which hostel did you like the best out of that trip?
I would say probably our hostel in Paris. It was just a little bit bigger.
Hmm.
But uh, probably the one in Amsterdam was a close second. For sure not the one in London though. That was so bad. We were
That was
crammed
like a
in there.
shoe closet. I
Yes.
know.
4
And it,
bedrooms in a closet, or 4 beds in a closet. That was the worst.
I know. Do you feel like you met the most people there, like from different countries?
In London, yes. I feel like London, I was meeting people from everywhere, and they were all so nice too.
I know I came back one night, or I don't know when it was, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, we met a guy from Australia," and like you're going down the list of these people that you met, and I'm like, "Oh, I have such FOMO. I don't know what I was doing, but I had such FOMO. I'm like, I wanted to meet these people too."
Yes, it was definitely a blast there to, meet everybody in the different cultures and just see how everyone reacts to Americans, and they
Right?
really enjoyed having, you know, people from out of Europe there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I loved London the best. Which country did you like the best?
Probably London, and because of the reason that I just said, I just feel like it was the most, like, upbeat and welcoming,
Hmm.
um, but I really liked Amsterdam as well.
What did you like about Amsterdam?
I liked the feel of Amsterdam. Just I don't really know how to explain it. It just felt like I should be there, I guess.
Just the vibe.
Yes, the vibes were
Okay.
right.
The vibes were there. The vibes were
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
I talked to a friend about, she just got back from Amsterdam. I did her interview yesterday and she loved it. I liked it to a certain extent, but I would rather go back to London in a heartbeat.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. That's kind of, yeah, that's how I felt. What did you think about Paris, though?
Honestly, Paris was beautiful and I'm so glad I got to do it, but I don't know that I would ever go back.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, why
It,
not?
I don't know. I just didn't there wasn't anything there for me that I was like, yes, like I want to continue to live this, I guess. I don't know. It was definitely something that needed to be checked off the bucket list, but
Hmm.
I don't know. there's so many other places to see,
That's
and
true.
I think that they kinda come, before ever going back to Paris.
I think like in an F Mary kill kind of vibe, if you're going off of that, for the three, I know, this is how I think of it. This is how I think of it. So for those three, if I could F Mary kill, so if I could live in one of those places, it would be London. If
Mhm.
I would go back for a second vacation, it would be Paris, just because I didn't get to see all of the Louvre, and I know it's hard to see all of it,
Oh, yes.
but I feel like I didn't see enough of Paris where I would want to go to a couple more spots, and that's why I would go back. And then Amsterdam, I'm good with one trip.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I think the reason that Paris is lower than Amsterdam for me is because during that trip, I started to get sick, and towards the end of the trip where when we were in
Mm,
Amsterdam, I was pretty sick. There was a solid day of Amsterdam where I stayed in the hostel and slept. So I don't feel like I got everything that I needed to get out of Amsterdam, but I feel like I got everything I needed to get out of Paris.
okay. I do remember you in the room for a full day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is
Yeah.
she okay? Is she
I was very
alive?
sick. I even, like,
Oh,
messaged my mom, like, "I'm gonna get on a plane and come home," and she's like, "No, you're not." But I was, like, not good.
aw. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to go back to Amsterdam.
Yeah, I do.
And so you went on another EF trip,
I did, this past
and
spring.
yes, how was that? Because I'm going on that one next month.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. If anybody is ever gonna go on an EF trip, I'm gonna say they need to do this one. It was great. We left the country and flew into Venice, Italy. That was where our first part of the trip was, and we got to do all the things you would want to do in Venice. We rode the gondolas, we took a water taxi down the Grand Canal, we got to eat pizza, we went to a winery and had like real Italian pasta, like made pasta, while there was like an old Italian grandpa singing to us in Italian, and
Aw,
it was super fun. Then we went into Austria, and it's like a road trip. You're like in this big comfy bus and you get to see all the things while you're driving. After Austria, I went to Germany, and then we ended in the Swiss Alps, and that was an experience like no other.
was it just breathtaking?
Oh my gosh, yes, it absolutely was.
So you would prefer this trip over the last trip?
I would. I really would. The first one, the one that me and you went on and
Hmm.
met, it was great. It was great, but it was a little more fast paced and boom, boom, boom. Like we're on to the next thing, on to the next thing. There was a lot of partying and drinking, and I'm just getting too old to recover great from that. Um,
Yes.
and this other one was just a lot more chill, and I feel like I saw just amazing things and had a little bit more time to really sit in the moment and be like, wow, like I'm doing this and I'm experiencing this. And I didn't have like a ton of that extra time on the other one.
That's true. I feel like we just jumped from place to place, and
Yeah,
there was just so much to see in all of those cities that you really had to rush through some stuff.
exactly.
Did you go on any boat tours other than the gondola ride?
Oh my goodness. Yes. So we did a lot of boats in Venice because we left Venice, or one of the islands in Venice. Venice is made of a bunch of islands. And we went to the
Hmm.
island of Burano, which most people haven't heard of, but I'm sure they've seen pictures of. If you like look up the island of Burano, there's like a bunch of colorful houses. And they kind of told us a cool story about that. It's because in the fog and stuff, they wanted ships to be able to see their island because their island's small. So they painted them these really bright colors, and it's beautiful. So we did that tour. We did a water taxi down the Grand Canal, which was really awesome. We got to see everything there. I'm trying to think if we did any in any of the other places. I don't think we did. It was mainly just in Venice. And then me and you, when we were in Paris, we did a boat tour. Um,
I love a good boat tour.
that was so fun. That was so fun.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
I liked the one for Amsterdam as well,
Yeah.
just because, okay, that charcuterie board was a good charcuterie board. And by that time, I was
Oh
so
my gosh.
hungry.
I actually forgot about that until you were saying that. They had like all the good things, but it was
All the good
freezing.
things.
It was so cold because it was
It
at
was
night in November and we're just
so
on this boat.
cold.
But
I know. And
yes.
like the wind is whipping, and
Mhm.
it's not like we were out there fighting for our lives, but it
No,
was cold.
it was pretty cold.
uh, like my mom always told me like doing something that's hard or like doing something that I didn't want to do that was kind of grueling, she would always be like, it puts hair on your chest. And so anytime I'm in those situations, I'm like, I do not want hair on my chest, but I know I'm probably getting hair on my chest right now.
Yeah, that was one of those situations.
It really was. Uh, and we went on a bike tour
Yes,
in
I didn't go
Amsterdam.
on the bike tour because I was sick, so I skipped out on it, even though I had signed up for it and paid for it, but I had to skip out on that one. But I heard that it was very long and very cool.
It was cool. It was long, but you know that you are with some avid bike riders because this guy's like, we're losing time. Do you think everybody can go a little bit faster? And I'm like, dude, one girl almost flipped over. You think we can go any faster? This is a group activity. We can't leave somebody behind.
So funny.
Oh my gosh. But we got to eat pancakes
Oh,
and they were so good.
oh, that
The
sounds so.
countryside was really pretty. I wish we would have seen more windmills,
Yeah.
but we only saw like two or three, and they weren't anything that was like super picturesque or, super cool. They were just like normal little windmills.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
I know if you go and do like putt putt golf or mini golf, whatever you want to call it, and you see
Hmm.
a windmill, you're like, I've kind of seen it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you really don't have to travel far if you want to go see a windmill. You don't have to go to Amsterdam. Just go mini golfing.
Perfect.
Uh, Absolutely. So your next trip coming up
Yes.
is
I
Hungary.
Yes, I am going to Hungary and Romania, and we have a little stop in Serbia.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we are, yeah, Budapest and Bucharest, and I can't remember the city we're stopping at in Serbia, but when I was a little girl, I used to be obsessed with Romania. Like every school project that we had to pick like a country and all this stuff, I always chose Romania and like the castles and the Dracula part of it and stuff. So I'm really excited to go see all of that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't think of Romania. Like Romania doesn't come at the forefront of my mind. What what did other than like the Dracula and the castles, I need to start Googling. What did you what do you like about Romania? Like what really stands out other than those two things?
That's honestly it for me. Like Romania, it has big cities and stuff, but I could see
Mhm.
big cities anywhere. It's more the history and being able to see these giant buildings and just amazing structures that were made hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And hear the story about them and stuff because I am a history girl. I love history about everything. So
Yes.
that's really what it is for Romania for me. I don't really care to go see like the bigger cities and stuff of it. It really is the mountainsides and the fun little castles that I get to tour and that kind of stuff.
Okay, it's giving storybook vibes when I look at the pictures. Just
Yeah.
how it's built up,
Yeah.
the colors, just everything, the castles. It looks really pretty. That's going
Yeah,
to
it's
be fun.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see all of your pictures.
I'm so excited. I will definitely be posting some.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be stalking you like a hawk. Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
And then where's your oh gosh. And then you have a trip next year?
Yes, so I turn 30 next June. So I am going to treat myself to a long trip. I am going to go cruise around Croatia, and then I'm going to go from Croatia to Greece, and I'm going to do some island hopping and kind of celebrate a new decade in, another country, having fun. So that'll be my plan there.
Okay, a couple things for you on that. I
Hmm.
heard Croatia is gorgeous.
Yes, it is from what I've seen.
Two, once you turn 30, your life is just going to be so much better. I love my 30th year. So I believe like the 30s just get so much better.
Everyone says that, and I can't wrap my head around it because to me, I'm like, "Oh my God, like I'm not going to be in my 20s anymore." But everyone's like, "No, your 30s are so much better." So I'm starting to embrace it and be a little excited but also a little sad because I don't know that I'm ready to leave my 20s behind yet. But
Oh, fully embrace it. Like I woke up from like this little vampire life. I woke up and like there was just a different kind of energy and shift on my birthday. And I'm like, I don't know what this is, but this is so cool. Like something has shifted. And I feel like I'm living in my prime.
Yeah, that's what
Oh
everyone
yeah.
says. So I hope it's true for me as well.
Oh, Brittany, shut up right now. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited for you because it's a great age. It's a great age.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting. I want to go to Greece so bad, but it's one of those trips that I will not go on because I've always wanted it to be like my honeymoon spot.
Oh,
I'm I'm nowhere close to even having a honeymoon, let alone like a marriage or a boyfriend. I don't know how far out that would be, but I might have to change my mind and hit up Greece by myself at this point.
you should do it. You should do it.
I should. I'm gonna look for your pictures as well and see how you just how it was for you. My a friend of mine just came back from Greece and she didn't really like it. She didn't get what the hype was about. And I'm
Really?
like, "What?"
I've never heard that.
I know, and I'm a history buff like you. So seeing the history there, like learning about the Greek gods is so interesting to me. Like I'm 30 years old and I'm reading the Percy Jackson books. I know they're like childish, but I just like to hear about it, learn about it. It's so interesting for me.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, like oh, I'm like come on. But she also went on a cruise, so I don't know if she spent enough time, like being on a boat, I think would be different than being on land and like getting the nightlife, seeing the night markets, how people kind of are. It's a different world. It changes from day to night, you
Yes.
know?
Yeah, definitely true.
Oh, but Athens? Oh, oh,
Oh yeah.
oh my goodness, the Colosseum. I mean, we could all sit there and go to Nashville and see the Parthenon or Pantheon, whatever it is, but that's not even close to
I
what it probably looks like.
yeah.
Oh, so I'm going because I'm going on your trip that you went on to the Venice, Germany, Austria, Switzerland,
Ugh, you're gonna have so much fun.
but I took off 2 days prior from when I was supposed to leave, and I'm gonna hit up Rome right before.
Oh, I would love to go see Rome.
I am so excited. And so, yeah, it's the year of the Jubilee. and it only happens every 25 years. So it's like this big celebration all year. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just take advantage of it because I want to see what it's all about, how they celebrate. Apparently, it's the Pilgrimage of Hope this year. This is what ChatGPT sends me, tells me. But we know that he's been a little off lately. Some people have reported that. So maybe I should just Google myself, but I usually just go to chat for everything. I know.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Oh. So you are an esthetician, and
Yes, I am.
this is one of the questions that I wanted to talk to you about because with these EF trips and going from place to place, we kind of went from different climates.
Mhm.
In from London, that's kind of like dreary, to Paris, and then the cold in Amsterdam because we were so far north. What do you bring in your bag to help your face and like your skin stay normal and kind of get up to speed, especially if you're going from different climates? What do you do? Like, what's your secret hack? Because your skin is amazing.
Well, thank you. That is a hard one because I do not bring my whole entire skin regimen on my trip. Biggest things if I'm going on a trip, I'm going to stay hydrated. So I have a hydrating serum that always goes on, and a really good moisturizer that's going to lock it in. Going with something a little bit thicker, especially like the wind when we were in Amsterdam and that kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing. And then a good SPF, but a cleanser more than anything. You need to wash your face. So when I go, that's kind of what I stick with because when you're moving from country to country and city to city, you don't want to bring a bunch of stuff. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
So a good cleanser, a good moisturizing serum, a thick moisturizer, and some SPF, and it'll keep you as good as possible while you're moving around to different climates and giving your skin, what it needs to hopefully adjust properly. I could give you a whole grocery list of other things, but those are your main things that please everybody focus on. And you should have those in your everyday anyways, but
Mhm.
those are the most important for sure.
You don't need like a toner or anything like that.
Yes, you should have a toner, but if
Okay.
you if you don't have room to pack it, I think those would be your most important
Your
things.
your four essentials.
Yes, your four essentials. Am I
Okay.
going to pack a toner? Yes.
Okay.
But I would also, pack an eye cream and make sure I have a perfect like lip mask, and I would pack my lightening serum and like all of these extra things. But I know for most people, they just want the basics. They want to make sure that their skin's taken care of without, having to spend an hour on applying all the things. So, yeah.
Okay. As a 30-year-old woman, I feel so far behind with like taking care of my face. I think I might have two out of the four things that you said.
Well, we need
I
to
know.
get
I needed
that
to get
fixed.
I know. I need to get it together. Oh, that's so interesting, though. I will listen to this, write it down, and make sure that I have those four essentials because I want to look cute while I'm there. My skin
Yes,
needs to be clear.
it does.
Do you ever use those pimple patches?
I have in the past. I am not going to say that they're not good, but I don't care for them for myself. I've seen them do good for other people and, some of my clients, but it's not something that I personally do because I didn't find them beneficial for my own skin.
Why? Because your face is too perfect?
Oh no, girl. The reason that I even went into the aesthetics field is because my skin was not perfect. I struggled with acne and I still struggle with it sometimes. I get a lot of hormonal breakouts and sometimes just other random breakouts, but I think that pimples kind of need to breathe sometimes, and your suffocating them. But they are beneficial. They are beneficial for some people. They just weren't for me.
Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I may or may not let my pimples breathe once in a while. uh, so, with your skincare, I've talked to so many people that want to go to Japan because their skincare and their supplements and everything for your face is so outstanding, it seems like, compared to like US products. Would you ever be interested in like going to Japan just to get products, or what do you think about that?
Oh, that's a hard one for me because I love skincare. I think I would just to try it out. Is it
Hmm.
something that I have dabbled in a bunch? No, I don't. I have my specific products in my skincare lines that I carry, use in my facials for my clients, retail to my clients, and also use on my own skin. And those are my tried and true. So I've never like ventured off into, the skincare, like the Korean skincare and that kind of the Japanese, and I've heard great things about them. I probably would just to go check it out and see what was up with it. But it would take like lots of me messing around with them and trying them out before I would like recommend them to anybody. But I'm like that with any skincare.
I think I need to talk to you about recommendations.
Yeah, you probably should.
I probably should. Going from you having really great skin, like I use this, and then I'm like, bro, I just use the moisturizing SPF on my face every morning because I live in Phoenix and I call it a day. But
Well, I'm glad that that you use SPF because that is something that most people don't use, and it's like one of the most important things. So you're at least a step ahead there.
well, I think you should use it no matter where you go because
Yes,
just because there may be no sun or something like that, it really protects your skin just in case.
it does. People don't realize that. They're like, "Oh, if I'm not going to be in the sun," but there's still there's still like sunlight. Like just
Yeah.
because you're not in direct sun, you still need to protect your skin. And
And it does, yeah,
yeah.
and you still have like UV rays shining on you. Like you can
Mhm.
get that through clouds. So if
Yes.
you're in London and it's cloudy, you still need to use your SPF.
Yes, exactly.
I felt like a mother. I was really pointing with my finger at that point in time. I'm like, you need to use the
Use it.
SPF. And so, do you ever think that you would go on a solo trip, or do you just like these EF trips because it to me it's really convenient that you just pay money, they do all the planning for you, and you just go for it?
Oh my goodness. I love BF trips. It was something that, I looked at for years and years and years until I was finally financially to the spot that I could like spend that amount of money. And then I pulled the trigger and I love them. They're convenient. They plan everything. And I will probably continue to do them until I age out of them because you can only go till you're 35 with this specific EF Ultimate Break, but I
Yeah.
would go on a solo trip as well. I have, done solo trips around the US before. Never
Mhm.
left the country without an EF tour, but yeah, I definitely would.
How do you like solo traveling compared to being in a group?
I really like solo traveling for a couple of different reasons. I get to do what I want. I don't have to take into consideration what everyone else wants to do, when they want to do it. I can, get up, go have some breakfast wherever I want, take a nap whenever I want. If I want to go see this, museum or I want to go shopping at this place. Like I don't have to take into consideration what anybody else wants to do, and it gets to be my trip, and I get to go at my pace. I don't have to. Oh, at 1 o'clock we have to be here, and at 2:30 we have to be here, and at 5 we have reservations here, and we need to be back here by this time. It's just
Mhm.
kind of my own time. So honestly, it's changed traveling for me a lot, and I love it. Plus, I don't have to wait around until, my friends find babysitters for their kids and they get time off work and stuff like that. Like I can just go.
Yeah, you can just get up and go.
Yeah.
I will say one thing about EF, it's very nice and convenient, but our tour guide, Billy, did such a good job getting to know us
Yeah.
as human beings and what we liked. So he would give us recommendations based off of what we liked and what we're kind of about. So we went not antiquing, but like thrift shopping, you and you were trying to
Mhm.
find a watch. I didn't really think it was the best place for thrift shopping. We there were probably other parts of London that were a little bit better, but he always did such a good job at recommending things. We're all his little ducklings. We all had to stand in a row like we were in grade school. And
Yeah.
I, he was just amazing. He did so good. And the fact that he lived in Paris and knew so much about Paris, I think that really changes the trajectory of a trip and the knowledge that you can get to on a group trip like that.
I definitely agree. Billy was great. Shout out to Billy if he listens to this.
Oh,
Um,
Billy, love you.
he like there was a time when we were out really late. I think we went to the cabaret, and when we were walking back, it was like 1 a.m. and we stopped for food. And
Yes.
some went back to the hostel and some of us went and stopped like grabbed food. And I ended up like sitting by myself at a table. Like he could have went and sat with any of you guys and talked with you guys, but like he came over and he wanted to get to know me. He was like asking me questions about myself and holding my hand, and he was so cute. And
Yes.
he just made us feel like he cared about us, even though really honestly we're just a paycheck, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he it's his job to make sure we're taken care of, but he made it feel like he cared, and I really think that he like made that trip great. And then my next trip, my tour guide Georgia, she was amazing too. She knew so much and she did so much work, and every country that we went to, she went and got us a little treat to try out or a little gift that like is specific to that country. Like she made sure she
Aw.
got us Swiss chocolates, and she gave us like an ornament, and she got us bags when we were in Germany. And she just like went above and beyond, and I really think that just from what I've seen with the pattern of both of those trips, that they really look for good tour guides and people that really want to be there and help you and have fun with you and show you, you know, the world. So I definitely agree that the tour guides make those trips, because I think if we didn't have such great tour guides, the trip kind of would have sucked.
Agreed. And I still like Billy at the end of the trip gave us like a little bracelet that had the first letter of each country or was it city that we went to with him.
Yeah.
And then whenever we would go on another tour with him, we could just add on to the bracelet.
Yeah.
And then he wrote us each a little note.
Mhm.
He's like, "Oh, Bethany, you're so nice, but not nice at the same time." And I knew and I knew he meant that I was just sassy and a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
Um, and I knew exactly what he meant. It's not like I'm not a nice person, but yeah,
Yeah.
just the sweet little letter that he wrote every single one of us. And there were like 17 to 20 of us. So
Yeah.
him taking the time out of his trip was really nice.
It was. It was.
Aw, shout out to Billy. What a gem of a human. He's so
Yeah,
cool.
really.
Oh, how he told us that we're not allowed to wear berets in Paris or else
Yeah,
he won't be seen with us.
he would leave us in Paris.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, but for good reason. Like,
oh
you don't
yeah.
want to wear a beret in Paris because that usually means you're a tourist and you don't want to get your
Mhm.
stuff stolen.
Exactly.
So it was all in good fun. It was,
Exactly.
yeah. Oh, and we went by Sarah Jessica Parker's house in London. I'm like, oh, this looks like a normal house. I'm like, I thought it was gonna. I don't know what I was expecting,
Just a normal house.
But I'm like,
Yep.
this is like a normal house. I don't know what's
Yeah.
so great about it. Yeah. Oh, just the little tidbits that you get from your tour guide. So I think I would fully, I know for a fact, I don't think, I fully would endorse EF because they're a great company to go with and they have great tour guides.
Mhm. Absolutely. I feel like I get when people ask me about my solo travels and I tell them about, the company I go through, they get a little weird. They're like, I don't know that I would do that." No, you should do it. You really should do it.
Yes. It's a great way to
Absolutely.
really start off, too.
It is.
Mhm. And I think it's like once you go there with a group, you're more comfortable to go by yourself one day because it's like, oh, you've already been there. You kind of know the ins and outs because of the tour guide. And now I feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
And you also meet up with other tour guides
Yes.
sometimes, other
Yep.
tours, I should say. Because the other tour that was there, they were all kind of in couples.
Yeah, because we did the essential and they did the plus. So we were basically on the same tour. They just got a little bit of amenities. They got to stay in like hotel rooms and some hostels and that kind of thing. But I think that was mainly because they were couples and stuff like that. And my last trip I did do the plus and I fully recommend it. But it was cool because you got to meet other another group that was literally doing the exact same tour as you were.
Yeah. I still think I'm kind of in my hostel area just because you meet so many random people that way.
Yes, yes, I did enjoy that part for sure.
I did like the little bar that was down in the one for London, the London hostel.
Oh, yes, yes, that was so fun. The first night we got there, we, like, stayed out for, like, till pretty late, just
Yeah,
hanging out and getting to know people from all over the world, people that were there for different reasons, and it was really cool.
that's what it was. I didn't go out with you guys that night because I was so tired from my
That's a
flight.
night you missed.
Yes, that's the night that I
That is
missed.
the night that you shouldn't have missed because that was probably one of the best nights besides when we did the bar crawl.
Thank
But
you. The FOMO is just raging over here.
you should have FOMO.
Shut up. Oh, yeah. Oh gosh. That was such a good trip.
It was.
What to kind of round this out, what kind of advice would you give to somebody that is looking to travel or try something new and get out of their comfort zone with traveling?
I would say just do it. Do it to the caliber that you are comfortable with. Like for me, my very first time ever leaving the country was the trip that I went on where I met Bethany. And I went the guided tour like group because I wasn't fully comfortable leaving the country by myself. I didn't know how anything with that worked and they walked me through it, but maybe somebody else is more comfortable going that route. So just do it. Just go the way that you feel most comfortable. But don't wait around and think, "Oh, I'll do it when I get older," because honestly, you're going to be walking a lot. Are you going to be walking a lot when you're older? I don't know about that. Um and you're going to want to look back when you're older and be like, "Wow, I did that and I did that and I did that and I got to see this." And you're not going to regret it. You're really not. So just do it. That is the best advice I can give. Just pick what you're comfortable with and how you're comfortable doing it and do it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then I was asked to add another question at the end,
Okay.
and it is if you were to have a TED Talk and do a TED Talk on any topic, what would it be?
Okay. This is so funny because it's not super serious, but
Oh, it doesn't have to be serious. Just something you're passionate about.
stop standing up as soon as the plane lands.
Yeah,
Please.
oh my gosh, a TED Talk.
Please. Stop doing that. When it gets to you, when it gets to your row, stand up, get your luggage, and get out. We do not need to stand in the aisle. We do not need to stand up the second we touch ground. Just wait. Just wait. We're all gonna get off eventually, and I just can't handle it.
Same. I get annoyed with the people that will push their way through, and
Yeah,
it's like, Becky, get to the back where you belong. There's
exactly.
not another connecting flight. They would have said something. So,
Mhm.
Becky, get in the back. You are
Yes.
42D, okay?
Yes, why
We're
do
in
you
the
have to?
20s right now.
I had that problem the last time I left the country. We came back, we hit Chicago because I'm in Boise, so I'm on the west-ish coast, but we hit Chicago and then we hit Salt Lake, I believe it was, and I literally had, like, 20 minutes to get really far to my next flight, and people from the back were piling up, and I was, like, almost in tears, like, "I have to get to my next flight. I have to get to my next flight." Luckily,
Mhm.
I had these really nice people by me, and they stood up in the aisle and literally held up the line so I could get out, and I made it to my flight, and everything was okay. But, oh my gosh, stop doing that.
Oh, that's so nice. But I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
Don't be that person, you guys. Don't do
exactly.
it.
Exactly.
Because then Brittany will do a TED talk on you and she will
I
call
will.
you
I will
out.
call you out individually for doing that.
Individually, name by name, birth certificate name, she will call you out.
I absolutely will.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Brittany, for being on this with me. I truly appreciate
Yeah.
it. And I can't wait to see you keep traveling, doing what you're doing, and exploring the world. And I can't wait to stalk you when you have your trips.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun to talk about my experiences and, give some advice to just do it. And yeah, I'm super excited to see where you end up and especially your pictures for your next trip, the one that I went on, because you're going to have so much fun. You're going to have to tell me what you think about
I will. I totally will.
it.
Oh,
Perfect.
thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining me on this leg of the journey. If today's story made you smile, think, or dream a little bigger, share it with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. You can find more travel moments and behind the scenes stories on Instagram at Friends Along the Way Pod. Until next time, safe travels, say yes, book the ticket, and keep making friends along the way.